Hola clase, bienvenidos. Buenos días, buenas tardes. Hope you're ready. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be practicing our Espanol and learning how to make guacamole. So hope you're ready. I'm really excited. I love to cook. I learned to cook from my mom, and it's part of who I am now, and I love it. So I'm going to share this with you today. This recipe is how I learned how to make guacamole. I know that there's different variations out there, but this one is delicioso. So shout out to mi mom, Ama gracias. But here we go. So I'm going to be showing you our ingredients first, and then we're going to practice, show you the process, and hopefully you're going to have some delicioso guacamole for you to try. Okay? Here vamos a empezar. So right here we have our tomato. En español, jitomate. Practicar. ¿Listos? Jitomate. Jitomate. El jitomate. Muy bien. So have cilantro. El cilantro. El cilantro. Muy bien. And of course, our avocado, el aguacate, el aguacate, el aguacate, el aguacate. Muy bien, seguir practicando. Cebolla roja. Let's practice. La cebolla roja. La cebolla roja. La cebolla roja. Muy bien, garlic en español es ajo. ¿Listos? Practicar el ajo. El ajo. El ajo. Muy bien. And then we do make it a little spicy in my family. I have here our chile serrano. So it's a type of chili pepper. So let's practice. Chile serrano. Chile serrano. Otra vez. Chile serrano. Muy bien. Be using about 2 of those. And to add that acidic flavor, we have our limón. Let's practice. El limón. El limón. El limón. Muy bien. Now, salt in español is la sal. Let's practice. La sal. La sal. La sal. Muy bien. I also have some garlic powder. I know, I love garlic. So vamos a el polvo de ajo. El polvo de ajo. El polvo de ajo. El polvo de ajo. Muy bien. And last but not least, to balance out that acidity and the salt, our pepper, black pepper. La pimienta. Sí, practicar. La pimienta. La pimienta. Muy bien. I'm going to use about half of this, la mitad de la cebolla roja. Try not to cry, but we're going to be practicing. So since I'm going to be chopping this red onion, la cebolla roja, we're going to practice how to chop. So the word or verb to chop in español is picar. So vamos a practicar la palabra picar. So the picar, let's practice. Picar, picar, picar. Now we're going to use it in a complete sentence, just like how I'm doing. Voy a picar la cebolla. Let's practice, so listen to it. Voy a picar la cebolla. Muy bien. So again, you want to try to chop this up finely. You don't want a big old chunk of cebolla as you're tasting a delicious guacamole. So you're going to practice chopping our chiles serranos. Again, chile serrano. So, cut off the ends, put those aside, and then cut them in half. Again, you might want to cut these as small as you can because you don't want a big old piece of chile serrano as you're tasting the guacamole. So you're gonna chop it up. Do be careful; they can be spicy. So after you chop up the chilies, the chile serranos, just wash your hands. Simple as that. That way, you make sure you don't touch your eyes. Some people just scrape the seeds out of this, but the seeds are where the spiciness is from. So I like it spicy. So if you like it spicy, keep the seeds on there. If not, you can scrape some of them out. That way, it's not too spicy for you. All right. So let's get started and chop the chiles serranos. All right, so I have here our tomatoes, our onions. You can see the serrano peppers. Now, if you don't like spicy, you can totally not add the serrano peppers. We just have a saying in my family. My dad would always say, you got to make it spicy or else people are going to eat it too fast. Se va a ir bien rápido. Muy bien. So move on to our cilantro. Nuestro cilantro en inglés, cilantro in English and español are very similar in both languages. It's a cognate, un cognado. So you're going to probably about half to a fourth. A little cilantro goes a long way. All right, so now comes the fun part. I have my 4 avocados that I'm going to use here. So I'm going to start off by cutting them in half. Oh, mira, perfecto. El aguacate salió perfecto. So depending on how much you're gonna make, you'll want to use 2 to 4 avocados. So you save one of them, so that way after you have made your guacamole, you're gonna be putting the pit in your guacamole, so that way it stays fresh for longer. So that's a trick that my mom taught me. Muy bien. This is the fun part. So I don't add it directly to the mix yet. I'm actually going to put the aguacate in a smaller bowl, and then I'm going to be mixing the spices with the with the avocado con el aguacate primero, smushing it so that way it's that consistency of guacamole first, and then I'm going to add it to this. So you're going to see that process of me just Aquí tengo todo mi aguacate. So this was about 4 aguacates. It was actually a lot more than I was expecting. So what you want to do is you want to smush it first for that consistency. I'm using a fork. So after a few minutes, después de otros minutos, aquí tengo el aguacate. The avocado is mushed. Now, some of you look at that and like, wow, I can just eat it like that. So if you don't like any of these veggies, as you might be a picky eater, you can just add these flavorings and then just eat your guac just with avocado, just with the aguacate. So again, I'm going to add all of these spices and the limón, el limón. So that limón gives it that great acidic flavor, and it can't be Mexican without limón. We use limón on everything. Muy bien, muy bien. Un limón. It's probably plenty, un limón. Squeeze the juice. Mi cucharilla de ajo, or my garlic, my minced garlic. Now it's about a teaspoon of salt. As you may have noticed, I'm not using any measurements. I just kind of eyeball it. That's kind of the way I learned how to cook from my mom. It's just kind of the Mexican way. So I measured things up in my brain for you. You're going to eyeball it. Voy a mezclar estos ingredientes con el aguacate. Les va a dar sabor. Delicioso. You could just probably eat this like that. Probably put this on anything. Okay. Vamos a combinar nuestros dos. Aquí tengo los ingredientes. Uf, qué fabuloso. Y ahora mezclar el aguacate con los otros ingredientes y van a ver su guacamole transformarse. Uf, tasty, rico y delicioso. So if you ever tasting something that tastes great, just say, qué rico o qué delicioso. Ay, pero, qué, uf. It is smelling delicious. Ready for a fiesta, a special occasion. And of course, a good chef, you have to taste what you're making to make sure what it needs. Nope. Quedó al 100. Quedó al 100. Qué rico. Look at that. So, I just made my guac. Don't forget your pit. Put it in there. Don't forget to clean up after you cook. Muy importante, you gotta keep your kitchen clean. Pero, that's how you make the Mendoza guacamole. Of course, this is a family recipe I learned from my mom. Gracias, Ama. So hopefully you get to try how to make guacamole on yourself. Adiós, hasta luego. Seguir practicando su español. Adiós, chao.